Hello and welcome to this best of 3 series between ScrambledEggSpecial and Ahzek Ahrimem in the Warhammer League. Be sure to like and subscribe for more games and let's get into it. So, today, or at least currently, it is 1-0 for Scrambled Egg. He played Grand Catane to Slanesh and actually won. Probably, I think, the first game of somebody winning against Slanesh, unless it was a mirror. And let's see how this goes, depending on which side went for which build. This can go either way, honestly. But I feel like because of the combined arms, usually it feels pretty difficult for vampire counts. But let's see what Egg brought and what Ahzek brought. So, for the side of Egg, this is on Road to Talabheim, very open map, very good for the types of shooting, so he can go for anything that he wants, basically. We got some Spearmen, we got some Condenstein Stalkers, we got a couple of Corpse Carts, both are Unholy Lodestone. I feel like you don't need both to be Unholy Lodestone, probably one is just enough to support the main fighting of the Horrors. And yeah, it's just a couple of Skeleton Spears, a couple of Horrors, Master Necromancer on his little horsey thing that he flies fast on. And yeah, he has Scroll of Power. Interesting. So he wants to like mass overwhelm summon the opponent army on the approach. This is a good strategy, honestly. This is pretty cool to see. I haven't not a vampire count player that much, so I don't know the main like what are you doing on vampire counts. But this seems like super cool. So he brought Lesser Raise Dead, and he also has Raise Dead. And it has a 40-second cooldown, plus Invocation, of course. So what he's going to do is he's going to fly into his little horse thing. He's going to go over the combined arms. He's going to summon 1, summon 2, then pop Scroll of Power, and then summon 3 zombies. Yeah. He summoned 3 zombies onto the backline of his opponent. And basically just tar pit the entire army into zombies, and then allow his Crypt Horrors and his Spearmen to go into the fight. And it seems like he's also building up Soul just to put the game on normal mode. Also, standard 2 Scabskret casters. I'm gonna basically Lore of Scabskret, similar to Lore of Death. And we have the pencil formation, basically almost pencil formation from these zombies. On the side of Ahzek Ahrimem, we see a monster mash. Oh, super cool. So we see double worm on the ice witch of ice specifically. So he's going Crystal Sanctuary. What the hell is this? What year is this, man? What? So he's probably afraid for his incarnate elemental or something to get stuck into the crypt horrors. He's gonna use Crystal freaking Sanctuary, the worst spell in the game. Oh my god. Crazy, man. I I don't know what this is. And then Death Frost to snipe the caster lord, which makes sense. Oh my god. I can't wait to see this spell fail. So light war sled other than this, and then just a core of Kossars. Just moving on in. And yeah, but look at this formation. This is very susceptible to just being overrun by just one Master Necromancer casting a silly little spell called Raise Dead onto like the middle here, and then all 4 of them just being tar pitted by absolute garbage. So he's going to take all 3 objectives at the start, which kind of makes sense. But honestly, when seeing this army, Egg has the number of this army mostly. Man, especially without the support of like the 5 Kossars over there, going in with this is like super, super risky, man. Especially in the forest, just being surrounded by triple Crypt Horror and a summon on the side can be very, very devastating for this entire like Goon Squad try. Also, going into with the war sleds, I feel like going into the zombies is never a good idea with the war sleds. These are also light war sleds, not the heavy version. So if they get hit by the crypt horrors and get poisoned like they are now, they are pretty susceptible to getting hit more and then just being tar pitted here. But he does manage to his credit, he also goes for the White King here, which is a smart play. Like the White Kings are very exposed, especially to this triple squad of heroes, and the Incarnate Elemental also has bonus versus infantry, so they're gonna clap this White King if he feels unsupported. And also just to remind everyone that the Incarnate Elemental does have a Mortis engine, so whenever it is in melee combat, it drains the damage. It does acts basically like the Mortis engine effect of the Undead into everything. So he's gonna be just doing 8 to 16 damage each second that he is in melee combat. So that is very nice. Though it is going to kind of be overthrown by the corpse cart with the unholy lodestone because it does heal. Like 0.05 is not little. And yeah, now, oh, very cool Oath Brothers of Thor summon. Oh, that is nice. So when the blob fighting starts, Oath Brothers of Thor are just gonna call down their bombardment and actually just clap the Crypt Cores. The Crypt Cores must not leave the box blob of the zombies and spearmen in this game, because immediately all of these 3 absolute linebackers of SC fighters are just going to come in and absolutely wreck them. And here comes the triple summon, right? This is gonna be it. So he's gonna pop one like on the side here, and then pop one on the side here. Oh, perfect summon. Oh, he could have done the other way around, but it's still very good. Then second summon, then he pops the Scroll of Power. There you go, -6, -60 seconds, and then pops the third Scroll of Power. Very nice Hailstorm on the side of or was that a Hailstorm? No, never mind, not a Hailstorm. But yeah, look at this now. If we look at the battlefield, there's a bunch of green now, right? And Devils of Schwarzhofen actually come in and basically backcharge these Kossars. This is such a bad thing for the Kossars because they're not even spear versions. So they aren't going to be able to fight back against like the Devils. And every other missile piece is now offline, right? These 2 Kossars are offline. This guy just got charged by a zombie. I don't know how charging by a zombie even works. And these guys got double summoned on by the other version. And the Devils are basically already killing one of the Kossars, and the Oath Brothers of Thor and the Double Worm notice this and go directly for them. He needs to disengage immediately with the Devils unless he wants he is very susceptible to losing it. And that was basically the thing of the Master Necromancer. Very nice disengage, very fast disengage. There's still a bunch of zombies here tar pitting, so they can't even go. Oh my god, there goes a Scab Scrat 2 into the Kossars from the White Kings. Very, very nice from the side of Egg. And then he's just going to move in with his massive infantry corps and potentially even overtake this third objective on capture weight. And what is the next summon? Black Knights with lances. Very nice. And what is the summon from the side of Ahzek? It is just Kossovite warriors, which is a nice summon because they can basically buffer for the Crypt Cores, but the problem is they are super slow in fighting stuff like Crypt Ghouls and zombies. And Ahzek smartly notices that he can't win this fight and he wants to disengage. Also, his light war sleds on the side get caught up by the Black Knights and the Devils, which are flying units, so he basically cannot fade them because they're slower than everything else. He's basically going to lose this light war sled for nothing. They should have like been right here approximately, just in the defense side. And I switched smartly going for the corpse cart. Honestly, he should have gone for the corpse carts earlier, just because they provide such a big buff to the entire Undead army that it's not even funny. But look at this squad, man. Look at this triple Crypt Horror and double White King squad basically going in for their Necromancer homie over here and basically chasing down the Ice Witch with their little naked asses and going in and saying, nope, you're not going to touch our corpse cart. We love our corpse carts here on the Undead side. Knights with lances, very nice, going charge into the Winged Lancers. Honestly, I don't know how that goes. Oh, but super good counter charge from the back with the Devils. Look at that damage, man. And these guys are not going to take that much damage, right? Because they're on the back and they can just disengage after the fight there. Very nice Oath Brothers of Thor ability going down. And also the roar from the howl from the Incarnate Elemental. This is a proper scrap right here, right? If the Master Necromancer overcasts an invocation, this would just basically save this entire blob. But honestly, I don't even think he needs to. This Unholy Lodestone is basically carrying this entire side, and him just being near here is still keeping up the leadership of basically everything. See? Flank secure, Lord nearby. Like, these guys are just grinding. This is the best time of their life for the Undead side. Because what does Undead love to do? They love to grind. And I believe that Ahzek just made a mistake in keeping those Kossars in such a formation very close to each other. Though, this is, again, a very cool tech from the side of Egg, in basically having triple summon on command for the zombies to be able to target the entire army at once. But yeah, both Brothers of Thor, they're still like a Mortis engine. Let's not say this is completely over, because Mortis engine is super strong in these types of fights, right? Everything here is getting drained by the Incarnate Elemental's Incarnate Block of Doom. So as long as he already has like 2 chevrons, right? He did 1.6k value so far. But the problem is, he's gonna run out of units that are going to support him. Oh, very cool animation drop to fight. So he's going to be able to drain out more. But the problem is, when he runs out of units that are actually supporting him, he is going to flop, right? Because look at this. It's all green around him. There's just this Frostworm that is trying to slap to the side, and everything else is just green. So he's just gonna get tar pitted down. Let's see on the other side of the battlefield. There's basically a bunch of green here. Nothing is contesting these Crypt Ghouls. Some Kislevite warriors and Kosovite dervishes. Ooh, it's probably the worst feeling in the world when you have to summon in Kosovite dervishes into the undead. Like, they're gonna do nothing. They're gonna just get charged by stuff like Black Knights or the Dire Pack, and then just get tar pitted down. The Frostworm is wavering from all of the damage it is taking. What is the value on it? 1k is not bad for the Frostworm. On the Ice Witch, again, it is very good. And I assume at some point there was a Crystal Sanctuary here or there. But man, is that spell underwhelming and probably like the worst spell in the game. It has like a 5-second cooldown and it's 80% and you cannot move. Man, like, compare that to the Jade Shield thing from the side of the Yang casters. I believe it's Yang or Yang. That has like the 65% just ward save, and you can still move, and it's like 1 second cast time. These two spells are literally not comparable. And again, if we were to give an MVP award to something in the Undead army, it would be basically this little corpse card that's also trying to kill the Incarnate Elemental, trying to hit it and chase it down. Because its aura, man, this aura for 35 yards around it is just massively carrying this entire blob fight. And yeah, we see more Winged Lancers, more Kislevites trying to go in here, but the bane of the existence of the Kossars and everybody from the Kislevite side has arrived. It's Cairn Wraiths. Man, Cairn Wraiths are such good units here because they have 55% Fizz Res. And they are also spooky, scary ghosts, which kind of Kislevites don't really care about because of Buyer Blood, right? But it is very scary, spooky ghosts time to, like, they can't be killed from the side. Well, Incarnate Elemental earned another Chevron. He's up to 3.4k value. But the problem is, look at these guys. They're healing capped, man. Like, all of the damage that this Incarnate Elemental is doing is literally being offset by this corpse card right here with the full support. And there's another one on this side. Yeah. So this is just now a total grind fest from the side of the Undead. And I don't see a real way of them getting back into this. And oh my god, double White King contesting this blob here is crazy. Like, they're going in without like abandon into like the Oath Brothers of Thor and actually killing them, and then going into the Ice Witch. And they're actually probably going to be able to kill her too, because they're small entities. She is a good fighter, but she very much highly relies on her bonus versus large to be good. So yeah, again, let's see how many chevrons this guy can earn by the end of the game. We can probably just fast forward a bit, as this seems to be quite over. Ahzek Ahrimem is just sticking it to the end, because if he loses this game, he's out of the league. So, very well played again to Scrambled Egg. He did a perfect counter tech for the type of army that his opponent brought. And let's see. Yeah, 0 value does not matter. He did his triple summon and then cast invocations. Every single one of the spearmen, basically, except this one, got value. Look at these Crypt Horrors, man. All of them paid for themselves. Very nice. And the MVPs of the game, the Unholy Lodestone. This guy, the little corpse card that could, it did the 4 damage that it wanted to the Incarnate Elemental and actually won the game. So good for him. Again, Spearmen paying for themselves. Crypt Ghouls, very nice. As a summon, a Vanguard summon, especially for the Undead. Crypt. Karen Wraiths, totally fine. Again, Knights, totally fine. And yeah, the Vargeists were a very nice support for backcharging the cavalry, basically. For the side of Kislev, 4k on the Elemental. But again, this is super misleading. Like, look at the amount of damage. Did 44k, but it basically did 0. Why? Because the opponent brought like a 500 gold unit to counteract it. Very nice stuff from the Witch and the Worm. But again, when you have the Witch and the Worm, and also like the Light War Sleds, you turn off Fire at Will on this guy and you try to snipe the Corpse Guard. Like, that's your most important job with both the Worms and also the Light War Sled. Cossars ended up doing fine, but again, they were just targeted by zombies and trash, and they didn't do much. Very nice from the Winged Lancers, but they just couldn't carry because the main pieces could not shut down the squad of Crypt Horrors that were defending them. Very well played to ScrambledEggSpecial. He goes on to advance with the 2-1. So see you guys in the next series. Hope you enjoyed that one.